Hey, you're so welcome back to the I Quit Wine podcast. I'm your host, Sarah Leather, and I'm thrilled to be back here with you. I hope you're having an amazing day or an amazing week or amazing month or year, whatever's going on in your world. And I have just been doing a little bit of packing for a holiday that's coming up in a little while for us. It got me thinking about all things holidays and drinking. And I wanted to share a few thoughts with you because holidays are something that so many people struggle with, a vacation, a holiday, whatever you call it, when it comes to drinking or not drinking. Um, I have many clients who have told me stories of, like, in the past they have maybe sat on a plane flying somewhere lovely, and the whole journey they have been listening to a quick lit autobiography or book, audio book or something, and that they're like, yes, not drinking, not drinking, not drinking. And as soon as they get to their destination, boom, what happens? They start drinking. And I know for me, it was kind of like my last frontier. Like, I'd say I haven't drunk, I know I haven't drunk at a wedding for probably a decade and a half. I haven't drunk at Christmas or over the festive season for about the same amount of time. I haven't drunk at sort of family occasions or anything like that for a very long time. There's lots of things that just alcohol doesn't feature for me for a very, very long time. And the thing that really used to trip me up was going away somewhere sunny, somewhere lovely. There was one time, I'd say it was around 10 years ago, and I hadn't had anything to drink for 2 years. And I had kind of got through that stint of sobriety. I had gone, yeah, I'd like nearly 2 years. I think it was at like 711 days or something like that. Um, and for the first 30 days of that, I found it really hard. And after that, I didn't. I didn't have one craving. It was almost like I was kind of indifferent to alcohol. I had this real, what I would have called a healthy detachment from it. And yeah, I was in maybe a sobriety group or two. I was actually a moderator in quite a really well-known group. I was I was doing some stuff around sobriety, but mostly I had, like, 10 years ago to 12 years ago, I would have had 4 teenagers. I was running a busy practice in town, a busy clinic. I was studying. I was taking my business online. I was moving towards more coaching rather than my health practice. And life was crazy. Life was really, really crazy. But I've stopped drinking. Everything was fine. I went on a trip to Australia for by myself, to see my mum, see my family and everything. And I think I was gone for like 3 weeks or so. Didn't drink, met my school friends, met my old nursing friends, met my all my friends, went out, and everybody the whole time was just like, "You're not drinking, you're still not drinking. I thought you'd be drinking by now, you're not drinking." And it was it was absolutely fine. I was absolutely fine and everything, but we were going on a family holiday then on like day 711, and we were flying to Gibraltar, and we were going off on a sailing. We were doing like this competent crew sailing course. My husband and I, two of our kids, and one of the kids' girlfriend. And it was, we were really looking forward to it. It was great. We landed and it was hot. It was so, so hot, ridiculously hot. Like, we were nearly passing out. It was so hot. And we got ourselves to our accommodation. It was really tough finding it, and it wasn't great. And we just need to go out to dinner. We haven't had lunch. We need to get out to dinner and everything. We sat down, and the words just came out of my mouth of, oh, it's so hot. I'm going to have a cold beer. I need a cold beer. And my husband just kind of gave me the sideways look as if like, you don't drink kind of look. And I'm just like, be fine, be fine. And I'm just like, fine, if I have some beer. And I had some beer, I had some wine, I had some, when we were sailing, I had this idea of like, I think this thought came into my mind that, you know, we're going sailing. I can't like when we finish our day sailing, I have to have some cold white wine when we're like sitting on deck and everything, which is crazy. If you've ever lived on board a boat, a sailing boat, uh, like the fridge is not very cold. Nothing is properly cold. It's just like, so it's a complete fallacy. As with so many things around alcohol, it's just such a lie. It is just such a lie we tell ourselves around these things. And I know that that little seed was planted before that holiday. And I had like years ago, I studied cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, and what we call it in CBT is permissive thoughts around drinking. These little thoughts that seem so innocent of just like, well, it really wasn't that hard to stop, or I'll be fine for a few days, or like these just little innocent thoughts that are just like, I can't go sailing and not have some lovely cold white wine. Like they're just seemingly little innocent thoughts that are actually really toxic thoughts, really, really toxic. And they railroad everything, and they need to be nipped in the bud really fast once they start coming up, because they will come up. It's a thing about, I'll do another episode soon around cravings, because they don't even necessarily feel like a craving, a little bit of an urge, and just like this is just a little thought in your brain that just says, oh, a cold drink would be really nice. And the thing is, the reality is, if when I was there and I was saying, oh, it's so hot, I need a cold beer. Like if I had that thought came into my mind before I actually said it out loud, and if I had just go like, that's just a crazy thought. That's just, the wine witch talking. Some would call it Wolfie, some would call it Voldemort. It's just like, it's the ego. It's that voice that just challenges you of like, you really can't enjoy yourself, can you, without this? You really can't. And you can just go like, oh, be quiet, get back in your box and order some ice water or whatever, something else, and carry on. And it passes. It absolutely passes, because I've done it so many times since, and did it so many times before that as well. And it's just like, the reality was that I did drink every night on that trip for, I think we were away for about 10 days. And when I went home after that, I really struggled for the longest time to stop again. I'd stop for a week, I'd stop for 2 weeks, maybe stop for a month, then I'd be back to it on a Friday night, Saturday night, feeling horrible the next day. It was not fun. It was not fun. That innocent little thought of just like, oh, a little bit of, cold drink after sailing would be so lovely, turned into a couple of years of stopping and starting. Well, actually, many, many years of stopping and starting after that. It was a long time before I had long stretches of not drinking again. And it's just like, you have to be fiercely protective of your not drinking, fiercely protective of your sobriety, not just from other people who try and sort of railroad you, from your own brain, from the thoughts in your brain, because so many of them are just not true. Those thoughts there, they're like, really what's rooted in there, which I've spoken about before on the podcast, is just like that little belief that is just niggling away at the back there, that you really can't totally enjoy yourself without it. And I'm so pleased to have overcome that. And if that thought ever did pop up again, I'd be onto it like, I don't know what, but I'm just like, oh, no, don't be ridiculous. And It's like, as I pack and get ready for this trip, I'm just like, oh, I'm just so looking forward to, like, I packed my, like, swimming cap and my goggles, and I'm just like, the ocean is gonna be so lovely, and I'm just thinking about, like, it's gonna be so nice just going for big, long swims and big, long walks. I've got my walking sandals and, like, so many things. I packed a couple of books today, and it won't be about, you know, try being a bit sluggish in the morning and trying to just think about like, "Oh, will I have one at lunchtime or not? And will I, like, when we have our first drink in the evening?" Like, there'll be none of that, and it's just so I just can't wait. It just, like, I cannot wait for this holiday now, and that's I would be very surprised if I have any of those thoughts because I have managed it so much over the years, and I am now so solid in it, but I'm ready for it if it does happen to pop up as well. I am just like, "Yeah, come on. Come on in and I'll deal with you." And that's why it's so important to have support. Like, I really leaned into support over the last few years to get really solid in this. And through different coaches and mentors, to really get very, very solid in it because it's crazy how long it can take to really get to the other side of it and to keep going. And that's why I have created my beautiful new space. It's just it's just basically opened up. Now is the very best time to hop on in if you're looking for some sober support, if you're looking for a place to have a much better life without alcohol. It's the IQW, the I Quit Wine Collective, and it has my two previous programs, the IQW Freedom Formula and the I Quit Wine Academy, all the materials from both of those in a new space with amazing women who are on this journey as well. And uh, all you need is you don't need to have had any, it doesn't matter where you are at on your journey, you just have to have a desire not to drink and that you're working towards long-term sobriety, that you are wanting to get off the stop-start cycle. You want to have a good long stint without drinking. You're not thinking about, you know that moderation doesn't work for you. You know that that just doesn't work. It's just a big lie for most of us. If you're here, if you're listening to this podcast, that's probably you as well. And you can see it on the website, iquitwine.com. You can see the IQW, the I Quit Wine Collective there, and from it's soon going to be my 60th birthday, and I am going to be sharing basically daily support for a year, from my 60th to my 61st birthday. um I am going to be sharing, because, like, when I first started the collective, I thought, like, well, it's getting really solid in 30 days and going to 90 days. So I'm just like, no, we're going to do a year. Like, there's a 30-day stroke 90-day program, but we're in it for the year. We're in it for the year. So if you join now, there's never been such a good time to join. You get a whole year of support. So with all of the materials, all the programs and the group, and I'll be doing regular calls and things as soon as I'm back. And I'm doing a breathwork certification at the moment, so I cannot wait to run sort of breathwork groups and things within the collective, within I Quit Wine Collective, because I know that has really helped me as well. Doing different, like, somatic teachings and trainings have really helped me over. I've been studying them for the last 5 years. I've been going all in with what's called more bottom-up therapies. So I have been a coach for since 2008. Um, so that's considered like, and with the cognitive behavioral therapy and NLP, all the things that I've trained in, it's kind of like top down. It's like from your thoughts, it's managing your thoughts, which is really, really important, top down. And then there's the somatic things that come from your body. So it's more like bottom up, from the bottom up. So inhabit really, and learning how to inhabit your body and not just being a head floating around. I was like that for the longest time, of really getting into your body and releasing stuff, because so much stuff gets trapped in the body, and nervous systems just store so much stuff, and it's breath work is an amazing way to release it. There's lots of different things. There's tapping, there's all sorts of different things that really help with that, and I'm going to be sharing loads of those in the IQW Collective. And then there's inside out as well. So you've got top down, you've got bottom up, and you've got inside out, which I think is the real core to it. You kind of need all of them. You kind of need all of them. And I'm going to be sharing all about this in the collective. So if you want to join us, just come along to the website, iquitwine.com, and you will see it there. Or you can always ping me a message on Instagram at iquitwine_with_Sarah. You'll see it there. I'll pop it in the show notes. You can always email me as well. Email me at IQW, standing for I Quit Wine, IQW with Sarah, SARAH, and you will get me there. The I Quit Wine, IQW with Sarah at gmail.com. IQW with Sarah at gmail.com. You will get me if you want to ask any questions or ping me a message, send me a direct message on Instagram as well if you want to. I would love to have you join us, and it's just such a beautiful space where we're just going to go all in on not drinking, but everything beyond that, what's called emotional sobriety. And that's just really building out an incredible life after wine, because I really don't believe anyone can really meet their full potential or be fully connected to themselves and their lives and other people whilst you're drinking, whilst you're someone like me, like so many other women that know that it just doesn't serve you. You've tried for so long to make it work, and you know it just doesn't work, and you know it's time. It's time. As some say, it's time. It's time to call time on 1 o'clock. You know you're done. You know you're done, but you really want to do it in a way that you don't feel like you're just kind of white knuckling it and hoping that you'll be okay. We're actually going to co-create it together, co-create this incredible life. So, love to have you join us. And I want to send you lots of love. And if you have any questions or anything, just ping me a message. And I'll be back with you again really soon. Bye for now.